So I have another new machine, and this one is a Bernina, and it is called a Favorite, and it is a 740. Now you can see that the bed is rather scratched up, which tells me that somebody loved it and used it a lot. The mechanism all seems to be operational. These are all the decorative stitches. There's a individual cam in this stack for each of the 20 stitches that are on there, and the mechanism's running nice and smooth, and I can get it to run fine on the motor. The motor's mounted on the back there, and like that, but periodically it just stops, so that tells me there's a short in that motor somewhere. And so I'm going to see what I can come up with. The foot pedal is kind of nice, it's really big, but what I'm going to do, because it's a rear clamping motor run on a belt, I'm going to pop it in my treadle base to work on it, and see if that will operate everything, and it should, because this is all mechanical. There's no electronics in this aside from a light bulb, and I can live without that. So I'm going to start working on that, and if it works the way I think it will, I may do some painting on it to really clean it up, but I think I'm kind of excited to try it out. It's a neat machine, very much like the other Berninas that they used to sell. They called them records, and I think it was the Record 830 that this one is the closest to. Anyway, those were portable free arm machines. This is essentially the same machine with a flatbed for mounting in a cabinet. The only oddball thing is the way the bobbin mounts. It's sort of backwards, so I'm a little concerned about being able to get my hands in there to change that bobbin very easily, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to try and pop it into space and give it a test, and I'll give you a report. Well, I got the machine into the treadle. I've been playing with the tension and doing a little cleanup. I've got to really give it a good wiping down. The mechanism seems to be running fine. I'm getting decent stitches. I need to adjust my tension a little bit. The decorative stitching that's part of the thing seems to be working. So I'd say overall, so far so good. And it runs. Let's see about that. Yeah, the tension's a little better. You know, when these things get put away and never used forever, they tend to, you know, have some problems. When I'm trying to adjust my tension, the thing that I find most helpful initially is to use a different color thread on the front and the back. And when your tension is, I don't know, I'm catching on a thread. When your tension's balanced properly, you should be able to look at the stitches on the front and only see the top thread, and you should be able to look at your stitches on the back and only see the back thread. So if you use two different colors of thread, I've got in gray and black, that will help you to you know, to distinguish the difference between the threads and see if you need to make any more sort of minor changes to the way the tension is set. Every machine's going to be different, and your tension system is different in every machine. This one's not the one I'm, you know, a standard basic old-fashioned Singer tension. It's different than that. So I've got a little knob on the top of the machine, sort of a little dial, and that's kind of different. But now that I've got it sort of running, and again, it feels fine, I'm gonna do a little more cleaning on it, wipe off any of the excess oil, because I gave it a real good oiling, and so I'll do a bunch of that, and then I'll be ready to try it out on a real project. And I'll let you see how that goes, but that's the front of those stitches that it did. So anyway, I think it's going to be a good machine once I get it fine-tuned, and kind of fun to have something that does all these fancy things in running it on a treadle. So happy quilting.